the last round of
Welcome to the Last Roundup Horror Show. I am Frank. This is Jason. And who do we have over here, guys?
Hey, who are you?
I'm Josh Palmer.
Josh Palmer.
Yeah.
From the TakeOver podcast. Years ago. But
Who's that?
we got old Ray McGuff.
Hello.
He may or may not have watched some of these movies.
I've seen some of them years ago, months ago, but not recently.
So we'll see how this goes. Let's start with Green Room. How about that?
Yeah, let's start with that.
Yeah, you wanted to say some things.
It's not worse than what it really is.
We're having a separate thing going on here.
He said he didn't watch that one.
Okay. Anyways, summary. A punk rock band is forced to fight for survival after witnessing a murder at a neo-Nazi skinhead bar. How's that? Is that good?
It's good.
Written and directed by Jeremy Saulnier. He did Murder Party.
Oh, I like that one.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
And cast highlight, Patrick Stewart as Darcy. How about that?
That's right, Cap Picard.
What do you got?
What? I couldn't find any tagline. Distributed by A24 and out on Blu-ray through Lionsgate, 2016.
Yeah. I hate it when when people take a stance like this band takes on about Facebook and social media. They're like, oh yeah, fucking. If you're in a band and you don't have a Facebook page, isn't that stupid? Isn't that stupid, right?
If you have anything, if you don't have a Facebook page.
They just don't. I mean, because if they had a Facebook page, they could just be like, hey, look, we're posted up here at this Nazi bar. We're gonna go on and go live. They go live on their Facebook, doing that fucking fuck. What is that?
Is that not punk? Is that not punk to have Facebook?
I don't know. A lot of punk bands I know have Facebook.
It's not true punk.
No, that's right.
Because they they're pissed off that they only make $6 each. But if they had a Facebook page, maybe they might have got $10 each if they they got the door. I love the fucking reaction of the Nazis when they play the Nazi punks fuck off. They're just like all offended.
Yeah, how's that song go?
Nazi, I think it's Nazi punks.
Fuck off.
Well, they covered it, right? So
yeah, it's a Dead Kennedy song. I just love the reactions. Like, ugh, God, what are these? And there's a dude that has like he looks totally out of place. Like it looks almost like you, Randy.
Oh, good. Yes, I do. I look like that. Out of place all the time.
Yeah. No, like you would look out of place at a Nazi rally, I think.
Oh yeah.
If you're just sitting there going like,
I don't know though.
Can you believe it? I
What
want you to
are
make.
you talking about?
Well, okay, Randy, make a face. Pretend you're a Nazi.
Ooh, I'm super angry.
That's easy for him. Haven't you seen? Haven't you seen this guy?
Oh, those propaganda photos.
Yeah,
going
he
around
goes
on
out.
YouTube?
He is a Nazi.
just put a little mustache. Right
I got a little bit mad. A little bit mad about that.
I knew you did. I one time took a picture of Randy and put it at a KKK rally when he was a kid poking his head in, and he didn't like that one, so I knew he didn't appreciate it.
That bothered you pretty good.
That one got me. It's,
It's all right. Like I had my evil little laugh when I seen you. That's all I could think of was Adolf Hitler. That's all I could think
I put
of.
a little mustache on, like the shadow from your nose is even making you. You look like him.
You are bad.
What was that?
You are bad.
Is that German?
We've derailed.
Yes,
Yeah.
Deutschland.
Anyways, I like the soundtrack a lot. I hope it's not actual Nazi punk. I think I heard Slayer at one point. The actor that plays Pat passed away shortly after this movie. Here's how he died. It's kind of, if I die this way, you can laugh at me.
Okay.
His car was parking brake faulty. It rolled down a hill and crushed him against the wall and dead. So, whew,
I heard about that actually.
it's like
It made me sad.
that's like a
he's a
tree
good
fall,
actor.
man.
He was a good actor.
Yeah, but
He was apparently not smart, but he was a good actor.
I thought the
Dodge out of the way. It seems pretty simple to me. I don't know. I'm not a movie actor.
I thought that when they kill Patrick Stewart in this movie at the end, it's a great looking headshot. Probably the highlight of the movie. I wasn't blown away by it, but it was a pretty good time. A Nazi redemption movie. I give it a 6 out of 10.
I'm rating it now.
Where are we at now? Who wants to go next?
I'll go. The production value is there. Like, it looks good. It's done well, shot well. Everything. These were capable people, but nothing was believable about it to me. Like the band, you honestly believe that like they were trying to be like a hardcore band, a punk band? Have you seen this movie?
Yes, I have. Yes.
None of those people look like they belong in a punk band.
I mean, I thought that was what was so punk about them, is they didn't.
That's what they were going for.
That's what
Yeah,
they're.
that's what
Well,
They're like, we're not going to have mohawks
Yeah.
and do the regular punk thing.
I didn't believe the band right from the get go. So that may be, like, I may have already got like a negative vibe. Like as soon as I started watching this movie, just because of that. But like even the Nazis, like there's only a couple of them that I think was. I just think the cast was wrong. Patrick Stewart,
Yeah.
what? He was just in it for the name. I mean, he had one.
Yeah.
He was on screen maybe 10 minutes.
They put him all
Yeah.
like one of the things that was on the one poster I saw had said he had a fantastic performance or some shit.
Well, I mean,
I think it was
it's not
good.
awful. Like everything
It
about
was
this movie's
solid, but-
average. Like it's just across the board, everything was just. It's something to watch. Lots of people seem to like this. Maybe I'll watch it again later, but I didn't really care for it. But everything was done well, so I give it a 5.
I liked it. I saw it a few years ago, or when it came out, and I remember really digging Patrick Stewart, and I thought the kid that the main character was believable to me, but a lot of the actions weren't believable. You know, what you're saying is right. I had no idea what it was. Somebody just suggested
Incredibly dumb
And so-
characters.
Yeah,
But I understand you got to have people make dumb decisions.
Mistakes, yeah.
But these guys are like it was almost
yeah. But I
like just
remember,
kind of cringeworthy.
as for just watching a movie that I had no idea what it was going to be about, and I watched it, I enjoyed it. I thought the ending was cool, and like Frank, I liked a lot of the soundtrack.
You said it was one of your best, 20?
Yeah, it was one of my favorite ones from that year that came
You
out.
said that,
Yeah.
Jason.
I did it.
You believe that?
Well, I mean, he's,
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, there's a lot of people that believe that. It's got a cult following.
It was really cool with the when that chick cut that dude up with the box cutter. It was fucking crazy, huh?
Yeah, there's some cool stuff. Like they do a good job creating tension. Like I thought everything just wasn't believable to me, but I get it. I can put myself there enough to. They create tension, and what little like gore or practical effects, it was good. Like everything was just average to good. So
Well, what's your opinion here?
Should I rate it?
Sure, give it.
I give it a 7. Go on. Sorry. He was looking at me like, "Why do you talk?" Go on.
On my first couple attempts to watch it, I kind of zoned out and wasn't really paying attention to it too much. So I tried to sit down and watch it, but like Jason said, it was a lot of unbelievable things into it that I didn't like it.
Yeah, Patrick Stewart is unbelievable. I can't believe him being a Nazi leader. You know, like
I
Well, he
didn't
is
think
a
the
skinhead.
ending. Who said the ending was good?
I like.
I don't think the ending was good either.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
we're cutting into
I'm just
Josh's-
playing. I'm
Yeah,
just playing it back.
I enjoyed it. Like I said, that's why I was like, "Oh, I had a decent ending." That's why I thought it.
It's middle of the road.
Yeah. But like you said, it looked good, and for somebody that wasn't expecting, I had no idea what it was going into it, so it was fine. It was fine for a watch. I would recommend watching it.
Did you rate it?
No, I didn't rate it.
We kept cutting into his time.
Yeah.
It's got some time. You got plenty of time.
Yeah.
I'd give it a 5. Yeah.
Right in the middle.
Yeah, 5.
Nothing wrong with it. Nothing wrong with it.
Nothing good about it.
That's pretty much it.
Okay.
So your best film sucks.
All right.
Wow,
Middle of the road.
it's getting rough. Deep Red, 1975. Deep Red, 1975, a.k.a. Profondo Rosso, profoundly red, dripping deep red, the deep, Fred Hatchet Murders, the Hatchet Murders, and released as Suspiria 2 in Japan.
Deep Red.
Yeah. A jazz pianist and a wisecracking journalist are pulled into a complex web of mystery after the former witnesses the brutal murder of a psychic. Directed by Dario Argento, written by Dario Argento and Bernardino Zapponi. Huh?
Wow.
That's an Italian stallion.
Yeah, that's a lot of names for a guy.
So what do you got?
Tagline. When was the last time you were really scared? Psycho, The Exorcist, Jaws, now there's Deep Red. Distributed by Cinerees.
Deep Red.
Had a really good air release on Blu-ray in 2018.
Okay, as most Argento films, this is beautifully shot with focus on small details and consideration for visual appeal. I love the way the blood looks in these movies. It's just bright red, 70s, thick like paint. Great soundtrack by Goblin. Might be the best thing about the movie for me, really.
I agree.
What would you do if you saw a woman get killed in this manner in which the psychic woman gets killed through the window? You're walking down the street.
Go home.
You look up and you see a fucking guy. What's he hit her with a axe or something and knocks her through the window, her throat gets cut.
Just go home. Call 911 on your way back to the house.
Yeah.
I'm not getting involved.
Modern day, you probably have a cell phone.
I'm not getting involved.
I love when characters in movies just decide they're going to start digging for clues in situations that should clearly be left for the police. Like, why is this guy just decide he's a piano player, right?
Yeah, why is he just solving a case?
it's like
Let it go.
It's like Blue Velvet. Have you seen Blue Velvet?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That dude just decides he's fucking on the case.
Finds
Yeah,
the
but-
ear, and he's like, I'm going to find the person who had this ear.
Police weren't doing nothing.
Yeah.
They wanted to get to the bottom of it.
One of the weirdest, I think it might be genius, the thing that Argento did is he cast a woman as a transsexual male,
That's hot.
and then dubbed a male's voice over it.
That was a woman?
Yeah, and then he dubbed a male's voice over it, so it was like, hello, it was like, it reminded me of Pee Wee Herman.
Yeah.
Ain't
nothing better.
Translate.
Is he talking to
Dudes with.
Is he
with
campaigning for
tits.
trans ladies?
Yeah, nothing better. I heard nothing better.
Translate.
Nothing better than a
Trans
trans
lady.
Hey, I ain't knocking whatever people do in the bedrooms.
Sponsored by
This-
Up to
porno.
them.
This movie is slow as fuck. Oh man, I had 1 hour. I had 1 hour left, and I felt like things could pick up a little bit. It's just things are so sparse. There's things that happen, but it's really slow, and the kills are not really spectacular. I think that the scalding hot bathtub death is probably like the coolest. I guess the first kill is pretty cool, but watching this dude wander through an old house is a little lengthy. There's a lot of just this dude wandering through this old house, and yeah. I think I feel the same about this movie as I do Rosemary's Baby. It's beautifully shot, few notable scenes, awesome soundtrack. This guy should be arrested, though. He's just really fucking with crime scenes constantly, all the time. The high points of the movie for me were the initial killing of the psychic, with her throat being slit, the 70s blood, the Goblin soundtrack, the bathtub death, and that creepy doll that runs in to the room towards the end. It doesn't make sense.
You gotta wonder if that inspired what's his name from Saw, that little thing that just reminded me of that. But it was 1975. It was more creepier, really. Like
I'm gonna set that guy's name is Mr. Puzzles. It's Jigsaw.
Jigsaw. Yeah, that's right. Good job, Ray.
Yeah.
Overall, I feel like this movie could have been cut down to like 90 minutes, or maybe an hour. But back in the 70s, it was totally cool to just have like a 9-minute long scene of a guy looking at drawings. I don't think this is required Argento by any means, but it's well made. I give it a 6 out of 10.
Perfect.
A perfect 6 out of 10.
Yeah, so it's a giallo, Italian murder mystery, and this, from what I've always heard, this is one of the best, if not the best, giallo. So, like I've seen a few, but as far as that subgenre, I haven't really seen too many. This is definitely slow paced, but then I got to look in the. I think you watched this on Shudder.
Yeah.
I think this is cut. I think there's another version because
A longer one.
yeah, on IMDb it listed at 2 hours 7 minutes. And the one on Shudder is 1 hour 44 minutes. And I think the cut scene wasn't dubbed in English; it popped up in subtitles. So I don't think I've ever seen the uncut version, but I'm sure that's what the arrow is. Yeah, it looks good. Cinematography is great. Goblin is definitely one of the highlights, but the audio mix was completely off. I don't know if you guys, maybe because I was listening or watching it with the air conditioner on, and I had it turned up loud to hear them talk. But when the music or sound effects kicked in, my house was rumbling. I was bustling. I don't know. Maybe it's just the air conditioner. I don't know. Yeah, it feels long because stuff's so spread out. There's a few good kills, and I like the kills. I like the practical effects. I like the way it looked. Man, a decent amount of gore. Just everything spread out. I love it. I gave it an 8.
I like that.
Have you seen this movie?
I have not seen this one. Yeah.
Well, do you like murder mysteries?
Yeah.
I do.
Because
You would
do you
probably really like this a lot.
Argento?
I did.
The Italian style?
Movies, yeah.
Definitely watch this.
What are you staring at?
Maybe
Whoa! What the fuck is this guy?
He's like, I like Argento. He's like, right.
Right.
you're whispering stuff to me.
But
I don't
anyways,
know what
no,
you're talking about.
I haven't seen it, but
Yeah, I
it
think
sounds
you
cool.
should check it out.
Yeah. Well, I watched it, of course.
Right.
I found it on Shudder or whatever. It's like, this isn't the movie he's talking about. This is like old and way older than and it was just random as fuck.
Right.
But then I seen Argento does it. And, I mean, it was like a Murder, She Wrote episode with gore.
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah.
Like Matlock.
Yeah. But, I like the end, they went with the old woman, like Friday the 13th.
yeah.
Kind of like, you beat the fuck out of her. She ain't killing you. Right, Frank?
That's right.
That woman ain't killing
That woman
you.
ain't killing me.
No way.
No way. I'll stamp on her foot.
But yeah, I love his gore. I love, like you said about the blood and the way he has that paint, almost orange look to the blood a little bit. I love that. I love that look. And yeah, the Goblin, the soundtrack, the music to it. That's one thing they cannot compete with in the newer movies. Is just the way they use audio and stuff.
Right.
But
And then they're so good. I don't think I've ever heard a soundtrack that I didn't enjoy from them.
yeah, so that's super awesome. But yeah, I give it a 7. I liked it.
Solid.
I'll have to check it out.
I did.
Well, let's move to 2010 with Legion. When a group of strangers at a dusty roadside diner come under attack by demonic forces, their only chance for survival lies with an archangel named Michael, who informs the pregnant waitress that her unborn child is humanity's last hope. Directed by Scott Stewart, written by Scott Stewart and Peter Schenck.
Ooh. Peter's
Tagline: When the last angel falls, the fight for mankind begins. That's a good tagline.
Yeah.
It grabs my attention right away. Distributed by Screen Gems and on Blu-ray 2016. Actually, it was a double feature with Priest from 2011. I've never seen it, but it's directed by same guy, Scott Stewart. It's a vampire flick. So, and this is, I think I saw this. It was $10 on Amazon. Boom. Might pick it up.
All right.
Sold.
Cast highlight.
Right.
Buy it for this guy, Charles S. Dutton as Percy Walker, or Dennis Quaid as Bob Hansen. 2 cast highlights there for you. A little trivia. In 2014, Sci-Fi Network launched a television series called Dominion that is set 25 years after the events in Legion.
Oh,
Yeah.
did not know that.
It was 2 seasons. That was canceled.
Look at that.
I'll be damned.
Since this movie's set on December 23rd, is it technically a Christmas movie? Could this become a Christmas classic? The score is somewhat out of place. I thought it seemed like a Batman soundtrack or something, like superhero movie. Tyrese Gibson, who you'll know from any number of movies that I've never seen, plays Kyle in this film, and I'm really confused with his wardrobe choice because he's got like winter jacket on, and they're in the desert.
Summertime.
They filmed in New Mexico. It doesn't usually get below 40 degrees there. I love the scene with the old lady. It's a great way to kick off the whole events. The ice cream man is fucking awesome. Hail of gunfire and smashing cars that happens after that. It drives me nuts that Michael takes so long to explain what the fuck is going on. That bothers me because he's there and he's like, we don't have time. I'm like, you're literally still with them. You can talk while you walk. Tell them, listen, motherfuckers. You got. I mean, why do you act like you can't do two things at once, Michael? You're an angel. I'll tell you what. The people from Dark Song can take a little gander at this film and learn how to do a goddamn angel. God, they look so much better just doing it the way they did in this. Why doesn't Dennis Quaid believe anything that Michael is telling him? When he starts finally explaining it, Dennis Quaid doesn't fucking believe at all. He I mean, even if I'm pretty atheist leaning, but if all this shit happened,
These two, all three of them.
All
Three of them. I'm the only God-fearing man in this place.
That's true.
I love the Lord.
I'm just saying that if
think he's made up.
you know, when Michael starts explaining this, they've already dealt with the old crazy lady that climbed on the ceiling, and then the ice cream. And if this guy's like, listen, I'm an angel, and then he starts, and you're like, no, you're not. That doesn't exist. I would believe him. I feel like I should buy this movie and mail it to the people. Yeah, I feel like I should mail this to Dark Songs creators. Overall, this movie's pretty great for me. I thought Charles Dutton's death was a little anticlimactic and a little too soon. Could have had him around a little longer. Some of the CGI is questionable at times, but I haven't seen anything do angels this well. So, are we having a separate conversation over this?
Sorry.
You guys are in trouble.
Yeah.
Get up, Frank.
It's gonna be a confusing thing to listen to.
What it's like to be a teacher.
Get it together, gentlemen.
All right, okay.
7th grade.
Sorry.
I gave it a 9 out of 10. I liked it a lot.
9 out of 10. Really?
Holy
Oh,
banana.
I liked it. I had fun. It was a fun
The movie
time.
sucks.
Real good time.
Have you seen this movie?
Yeah. I hate
Okay,
this
let's
movie.
hear this.
You've seen it?
Yeah, I really have seen this. I
Go,
saw it
for
in the
it. Go
theater.
ahead.
Okay.
I saw previews for this coming out, and I thought this is going to be like the next
Ray
Ray
prophecy.
is pissed.
The
Let
next
it out.
prophecy
Get this.
movie.
Get this on
I
camera.
paid $10
Let it out.
to go to the
Right
theater.
here.
To watch this movie. I've been waiting for it forever, and halfway through, I'm like, nothing has fucking happened in this fucking movie. It's just nothing. It's like Frank was saying. They just sit around and don't do dick about all this crazy shit that's happened. Then the last 10 minutes of the movie, you get the rest of the story, and that's the best part of the movie. And everybody doesn't even fucking matter in this little diner. None of the characters. It's all ancillary bullshit characters that don't matter to the plot whatsoever. It's one of the first movies in my life where I went, I want my fucking money back. I almost got up and walked out.
Wow.
Yeah.
So the whole time I was reading my
Yeah.
notes,
I was
were you
like-
just over there boiling?
Yeah.
Like,
I thought Paul Blatney, or whatever his name is,
Oh.
he's a terrible actor.
Who's that? Who's that?
The guy,
Plays Gabriel?
yes, that plays Gabriel.
Get the fuck out of
No,
here.
he's
That's
a terrible
like,
fucking actor.
he is good as fuck, dude.
I hate him in everything I've seen him in. I hate him as Vision, and I love Marvel movies.
No, he's not the same dude I'm talking about.
Oh, okay.
That's Michael, you cocksucker.
Okay, well, yeah, that's what I meant. Paul Blatney is who I said, the guy that plays the main character.
Yeah, and he does Vision. That's what I thought. I was going to say
he
that.
does Vision. I fucking hate that guy. I wish that his career had ended when it was supposed to, which was after Priest, that Jason also picked up.
Have you watched that?
Yeah, it's terrible.
Oh, you watched
Yeah.
it? I thought I asked you.
I feel
Good.
bad.
Okay.
Yeah.
Don't buy that double.
Yeah, but anyways.
Shaquille O'Neal.
was Shaq calling you?
Yeah, sorry. But I was saying I
What
hated
about
it.
Shaq?
Shaq's calling him. He's got big Shaq.
He won't leave me alone.
Shaquille O'Neal.
Hold on, I got to play something. I wanted to play it for you. We got started. Hold on. Yep. Remember this?
Get me in
You
copyright
got skills?
We're gonna get our podcast blocked.
No.
Remember that? It's a really good song. By
Oh, yeah.
Shaquille O'Neal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got skills.
Yeah, they're not gonna get us on copyright for that.
In the dark.
I'm pretty sure you can play that song in the public streets, just walking around, taking money for it.
Okay, where were we at?
0.
I'll hit you with the kapow.
No,
Would
you can't give a 0.
See?
I can get through this.
1.
One. What do you say about it?
Oh, Legion. I'm a big fan of Legion. I liked it. I thought fucking Dennis Quaid's in it. I'd rather his brother Randy be in this movie than him. I think it would have made it a lot better.
But The Rock's in this, man. The real Rock, not Dwayne Johnson.
He's in it.
No, Rock. Remember Rock, Charles Dustin?
Oh yeah.
Done.
He was always
Alien 3 player.
Alien 3,
Yeah.
and I like Alien 3.
I do too.
I do a lot.
Director's cut's awesome.
Isn't it?
Yeah.
No, if you interrupt me again,
I'm sorry. I thought we were
Slap you right in the face.
and I love the old woman scene, like you said. That's fucking a really cool scene. And the ice cream man also, and I love. Unlike, we're not thinking about the same guy. Frank, who plays the Gabriel guy? The guy that comes down and fights the fucking Michael dude.
I'm not sure.
He was in Lost. He's
Knots Landing.
Knots Landing.
Growing Pains. He was on the Hogan Family.
He was not. Shut the fuck up. He wasn't that guy. He was also in The Strain, that big dumb guy. I don't know.
Oh, okay, yeah.
But this guy plays Gabriel. I love that actor. And he was a fucking badass, taking his wings, trying to cut people's throats and
Right.
shit. I love that scene. I don't know.
Yeah, I would have watched a bunch of sequels of this if they would have done it.
And then all these cars coming.
Just like-
I don't know. I liked it. I give it an 8. Give it up.
Well, I'm right there with him. That's great.
Yeah. Okay. It's a cool setting. I love the diner in the desert with the neon lights. Like I like that. It lock the doors and defend yourself. Like I like the setting. It had good action, I guess. I don't watch too many movies with a whole lot of action in it, so this was kind of a nice change of pace from everything I normally watch. I like the concept too. God's just sick of all the bullshit. Like that's a feasible reason to destroy it. Like I can understand that. If Randy, if there's a God, can you not see this as being a?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Just sick of it.
That's what I was saying.
Just
Those
get rid of them
parts
all.
were great. I just didn't like the rest of the movie. You know? I like the story idea was cool.
No, yeah, I'm saying the concept's good.
Yeah.
It's just kind of a mess though. There's so many plot holes. 2 angels look this way and are badass, and the rest of them are climbing on ceilings, have sharp teeth, stretching out. Like what? Like it just kind of just make all of them like badass angels, or make them freaky angels. The ending, I think, the ending's horrible. I think it's a decent cast with bad writing. Like cliche characters, like you got the black guy that's in trouble, who's had a hard life, a waitress who's pregnant. Don't know it, like everything's real average. Again, this is another movie where everything's just kind of okay. It's something to watch, something to put on in the background. Don't put a whole lot of thought into it. It's entertaining. It's got some action.
It's
in
a
it.
popcorn movie.
I was entertained. I gave it a 5.
Speaking of the ending, there's a part where a car flips like 27 times, and the girl is in the front seat holding a newborn baby, and that fucking baby makes it through there.
That's fucking amazing.
It's a miracle.
What is
That would
about
not
angels?
happen. It would, I mean, trust me, that baby would be stuck in a tree somewhere or something.
Splattered.
Yeah, anyways. Let's go to Tucker and Dale versus Evil, 2010. Affable hillbillies Tucker and Dale are on vacation at their dilapidated mountain cabin when they are mistaken for murderers by a group of preppy college students. Gentlemen? They're going to have their own show going over there. This is Pet Talk with fucking Josh and Ray. Directed by Eli Craig, who did Zombieland and Little Evil. Did you guys ever watch that?
I saw Zombieland.
Netflix series, Little Evil.
Never.
I think I started it, didn't finish it.
Written by Eli Craig and Morgan.
That guy
Jergens.
from Parks and Recreation.
Yeah, Adam Scott's in it. What do you have?
Where are we at?
Tucker
Where are
and
we
Dale
on?
versus Evil,
Holy
2010.
smokes. Not even there yet.
Holy smokes!
Hold on. We got to pause.
What's so important?
I was just making sure this was turned down.
Tagline.
Yeah, someone's
This
messaging
year's spring break is cut short. Distributed by Magnet Releasing and on Blu-ray through Magnolia Home Entertainment. 2011.
Good
Yeah,
year.
great year. Tyler Labine and Alan Tudyk are a wonderful duo. I've heard that Mr. Tudyk, is that how you say it? Is that how you say it?
Two Dick.
Is
Mr. Two Dicks.
yeah, I've heard that he's good in other things, but I haven't seen him in anything. I like everything that Labine's in, though. The summary doesn't mention that Tucker and Dale have purchased a killer's cabin. They don't notice any of the hanging bones and stuff, I guess. They nailed the stereotypical slasher movie victims. It's just this group of teens, vapid idiots, who want to get drunk and hump in the woods. The gruesome special effects are used as punchlines in this movie, just like they did in Deathgasm, Murder Party, and Babysitter. I lose my shit every time during the wood chipper scene. There's a scene where the kid jumps in the wood chipper, but then fucking Dale is in the pit. He falls back, and there's that spike, and that kid just impales himself and is slowly sliding down the spike, with blood bleeding on Tyler Labine's face. This is just a funny ass good time. The effects stand up to any traditional horror movie. Not much I can really say about it. I liked it all. 8 out of 10.
Backwoods horror comedy. What we have here. It's hilarious. I love it. It's goofy, clever, smart. Great setting again. Cabin in the woods. That's perfect for me. Good kills. A decent kill count. Mostly practical effects. Some CG mixed in. The characters, Tucker and Dale, the chemistry they have. It was spot on. Everything's really well done. I think it's out of the horror comedies that I've seen. This is up there, maybe the best. Watch this one with my wife who doesn't like horror, and she was laughing and saying, "Oh my god!" And the kills. We may have seen something coming, but she didn't see anything coming. It was fun to watch with her. I highly recommend it. I give it a 9. I would give this a 10, but I think that towards the end it kind of slows down. Everything's happens pretty quick, and then it just kind of lulls. But the characters are so good that it could be a 9, it could be a 10 tomorrow.
Who knows?
Who wants to go next?
I'll go next. Hey, no, it's my turn.
No, good. That's
Thank
also
you.
good. By all means.
Yeah, I seen it. I'm not a big person on comedy horror, so. But it did. There was a lot of scenes that made me laugh, and I do like the. Who's the bigger guy with the beard?
Tyler Labine.
Okay, that guy. The redneck dude.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that dude's super funny. I don't know. He makes me laugh. So yeah, they had a good chemistry together and worked off each other really well. But again, I don't know. I don't like to laugh. So yeah, that's about a 5 for me.
Ray?
I'm with you guys. I think it's an 8, solid 8. It's hilarious. Everything is done better than you would expect in a comedy.
This one's approved, Frank.
Yeah, approved. And,
Wow.
those two guys are hilarious together, and I would watch 1,000 of these if they did.
Did you ever watch the show Tyler Labine had where he was a stoner that could see ghosts and stuff?
Yeah.
What was that called? It was on Hulu.
Yeah. What was it called? I can't remember. I have to look it up.
It's fucking great.
It's really funny. And then also Sons of Tucson, which was on Fox, and they fucking canceled it. It was awesome.
They cancel all his shows, but he's great and everything.
But a guy comes in to find the ghost, but he's not.
Yeah.
I've seen that movie.
It's a show.
Oh.
It's a series on Hulu.
Boosh.
He basically he becomes kind of like a medium for people, but he's a stoner.
Oh no, the movie. Have you watched What We Do in the Shadows?
Yeah.
Okay, the energy vampire. He's in this movie that I'm talking about. He comes in and it's like a stalker movie. He's really good at it.
Is that
That's
good?
Tyler Levine's in that?
It's worth watching.
We are in the shadow.
Oh yeah, I know. I love it.
Really?
Yeah,
Is it good?
I've been. I can't.
It's very dry sense of humor.
I waited.
Dark. It's
I waited too long to watch it. It was available on something, and then as soon as the series came out, they pulled it off of whatever the fuck it was on. So yeah, haven't seen it yet.
good. It's good.
But speaking of Tyler Levine, he's in another movie called Mountain Men, and it's him and his brother, and they go up to this mountain cabin, and his brother ends up breaking his leg.
I've seen that one too.
It's fucking hilarious
Yeah.
and tragic, tragic.
Yeah.
Also, it's pretty good. But anyways, that's this episode. So we'll see you next time. Do you guys have anything else you want to say? You want to promote your book?
On Amazon.com. Randall.
Jared's not here. You can say whatever. Go ahead.
Right, Randall Woten.
Plug yourself.
Woten.
Randall. Now, why do you? Let's talk a little bit.
Okay.
Now, why do you go with Randall on the book?
Because it sounds prestigious.
Who told you? Who told you that though?
My mom.
I mean, when I think of that, I think of like Randall Cunningham or something,
The Declaration of Independence.
or maybe like Dimebag Darrell's amp. That's what I think about when I hear Randall. But I like it.
Well, thank you. So, on Amazon, you can type my name in. I have 3 novels, 2 short story collections, and a novella. And you should check them out and read them. Frank's been doing audio for Crimson Autumn.
Yeah, I've been reading it badly.
I think it's awesome. He's doing an audio version of my book. It's pretty cool.
I like that.
So
That's way
that's what
better
I'm
than
doing.
reading.
Yeah.
So when did you start writing your books?
2014. Well, I mean, I've been writing forever, but I started the short story collection to putting together in 2013.
Did you know Jared has a story published?
That's what I hear. I hear
Jared
that.
Collins?
Yeah, I hear that.
First time.
Yeah.
I mean, how could he not? He's so fucking talented with everything. I don't know.
I think this is my theory.
Yeah.
Jared's entire plot with the Reading Rainbow of Death was to get his story published in a book. Right? With all these authors. It's a whole conspiracy. Anyways, there's a train going by, so we'll see you next time.
Dear God.
Ride it on out of here.
Thanks.
Let me rub your neck a little bit. It's fucking pretty tight.
Yeah, it's because I have anger. I'm like the Hulk. I'm angry all the time.
I'm just rolling right
Just there in my
You
neck.
need to have sex.
No shit. Thanks.
Now, what if I threw you a few numbers here in town of some
All right.
pretty nasty girls?
Well, nasty, no, by no means.
Now,
Put
Randall,
my ween in things that might
You can't
make it
be-
fall off.
picky.
Sure you can. It's called standard, sir.
You can't be picky.
I can. Yeah, I have been and I will be.
It's not that bad.